Hi everyone, this is Christina Xavier. Sorry, my laptop camera is not working. Let's say, unfortunately, I can't turn on my camera. Sorry for that. So let's move on to the presentation. Just a second. Okay, so welcome to this presentation on designing an effective auction for selling the wireless spectrum rights. So today we will gonna explore the different auction types to identify the most suitable method for the FCC aimed at maximizing the revenue from large telecommunication companies, all of which are risk neutral and have the unique estimates for the spectrum value. And let's move on to the overview of the auction types. So today we are gonna discuss the first one is the first price auction. So let's start with that. So in this type, all the bidders submit one bid in secret. So once all the bids are submitted, the highest bidder wins, but pays the price they bid. So it's straightforward, but involves strategic bidding since you don't want to pay more than necessary, yet you need to bid high enough to win. Next is the second price auction. So it's also known as the Vickrey auction. So here the bidders also submit their bids in secret. However, unlike the first price auction, the highest bidder wins, but only pays the amount of the second highest bid. So this method actually encourage the bidders to bid their true value since they know if they win. So they pay less than what they bid, especially specifically the second highest bid. Next is the English auction. So next, which is most commonly seen type, and especially in public auction settings. So in this open ascending public auction, price auction, so bidders actually publicly announce their bids. So with each subsequent bid required to be the higher than the previous. So this format is kind of a transparent and allows the bidders to react to others' bids, often leading to higher final bid prices due to the competitive atmosphere. And the next one is the Dutch auction. So it starts with a high asking price, which is gradually lowered until a bidder accepts the current price. And it's kind of a race. The first to bid wins at the current price. And it's kind of a fast paced and can prevent the prolonged bidding wars. So this is all about the main auction types. So each of these auction types has its advantages and challenges. So the choice of the auction can greatly impact the outcomes, influencing both the seller's revenue and the buyer's satisfaction. So next, move on to the graph. Let's evaluate the auction dynamics. So in this, we are actually evaluating the bidding behavior in the BDM. So here we have the three types: BDM, English, and the first price. So for the BDM procedure and the English block auction, bids are graphed against expected value, that is EV. So in the first price auction, the bid of the winner price is graphed against the value, and shaded areas denoted the risk aversion. So understanding these dynamics is very vital for the FCC and as it designs the auction for the spectrum rights. So the goal is to choose an auction type that maximizes the revenue while ensuring a fair and competitive the process. So each auction type can manipulate the bidder behavior in ways that may either benefit or detract from the goals. And next is the ideal auction type for the spectrum rights. So let's move on to the first price auction type. So it's a bidder behavior here involves the strategic underbidding, which might not always lead to the highest possible auction revenue. And next to the second price auction, it's a revenue maximization is highest bidders tend to bid their true valuation, knowing that they will pay the second highest bid if they win. So this often leads to a more accurate reflection on the spectrum's true value market. Next is the English auction. And English auction is, oh, sorry, I forgot to add that. I will change it. So in this English auction, the auction type has the highest potential for revenue maximization because it allows the price to rise and incrementally as long as the bidders are willing to pay more. So next is the Dutch auction. So the revenue maximization is low as the price decreases until the first bid is made. So which can encourage the bidders to wait potentially and reducing the final selling prices. And the case study. So given this insight, I will always recommend the English auction might be the most suitable for the FCC. As it is tends to the maximum revenue through the competitive bidding, it strikes a good balance between the maximizing bids and the maintaining a level of strategic simplicity that accommodates the various bidding behaviors. So this is an example which considered the year of 2015, 17, and 19. So this auction type also align very well with the FCC goals of maximizing the revenue while ensuring a fair and transparent bidding process. So, a recommended strategy for FCC. So, as we mentioned before, based on our analysis, I recommend the FCC use the English auction format to maximize the revenue from the sale of spectrum rights. So, clear guidances should be established to ensure a fair and competitive process, and continuous monitoring during the auction will allow for adjustments and interventions if needed to maintain the auction integrity and maximizing the outcomes. And that's all about it. And as we wrap up today's presentation, let's summarize our key findings and outline our final recommendations. So, our comprehensive analysis of different auction types, supported by the empirical evidence from the global case studies, clearly points to be the English auction as the superior choice. So this auction type not only maximizes revenue potential, but also promotes an open and competitive bidding environment. So which is very crucial in high value spectrum auctions. That's all about it. And this is a reference that I used to create my presentation. And that's it. Thank you.